Crafters, I'm Daniela with DD's Art Workshop. If you like staying on a budget and DIYs, this channel is for you. For today's DIY, we will be making some DIYs for the Reason for the Season challenge and collab. Check out the host creating it myself along with the other makers and the playlist in the description below. Our first DIY is inspired by the three wise men. Matthew 2:11 says, "On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh." Let's jump right in and let's get crafty. For our first DIY, I bought these little wooden planks at Dollar Tree, and I actually didn't have them all the same size, so I'm just gonna make this work. This is gonna be my three wise men, and I'm just gonna draw on their little faces. And with this color in parchment, it is acrylic paint, I'm just gonna paint the little face of my first wise man. And for my second wise man, I'm actually going to make him a little bit more tanned like me, and he's going to be in the color latte. And for my third wise man, I just mixed the parchment and the latte together. Now I'm just going to paint their little clothes, and the first wise man is going to be in blue, the second in candy apple, and I'm going to do the third in a green. I'm gonna give my wise men some beards. So with my black acrylic paint, I'm just gonna draw some beards on the three of them. I didn't use a pencil. I just went ahead and just went for it, and they are gonna look so cute, y'all. And I had this little tool at home. It's not for painting, but I bought it at Dollar Tree, and I like to use it for little details when I paint. It's perfect, you guys. And with my black acrylic paint, I'm just going to be outlining my wise men just to give it a little bit more of a definition, I guess you could say. With a yellow, I'm gonna be painting like a big jewel on their turban just to make them look really fancy. Now you guys, what I love about this DIY is that you don't have to be the best artist. It's very simple, and all I'm doing here is with my white paint, I'm just drawing a little like outline so it looks like they're wearing like their fancy robes. Now with my yellow acrylic paint, once again, I'm gonna be doing like a gold necklace on one of my kingsmen, and I'm gonna be adding some gold little bling or jewels on the red wise man. And we are not done yet. On my third block, and it's also from Dollar Tree, I have mixed in some acrylic browns in some water. I've diluted them, and this is gonna give this block a stained look. If you've seen my past videos, I use this technique a lot. And now this block is gonna represent baby Jesus and the star. And remember to use your blow dryer, or if you have a heat gun, just to speed up the process, and that way you can continue painting. You guys, and I actually saw this inspo on Etsy. I did change my three wise men, and I just made my own design. But on this baby Jesus in his manger and on the star, this design I actually did get it from Etsy. It was just too cute not to just make myself. And the Etsy ones were larger. They're like outdoor signs and decor, which actually I might do. I hope I have a chance to get around to it this year. But in miniature, I think it looks so cute, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to seal your work. And this is the final results, you guys. Let me know what you think. I think they look so nice. Our second DIY is inspired by the angel. The angel said to her, "Don't be afraid, Mary. God has shown you his grace. Listen, you will become pregnant and give birth to a son, and you will name him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord will give him the throne of King David. his ancestor. He will rule over the people of Jacob forever, and his kingdom will never end. I found these little wooden angels at Dollar Tree and this plastic ornament at Dollar Tree as well. And I'm going to be painting my little angel in white acrylic paint, just the bottom part. And I wanted my angel to be a little tanned, so I'm going to paint him in this latte folk art. And I'm going to be painting his head, and I'm going to leave a little space open to the top. That way I can paint his hair in black. And my angel is already looking so cute. Okay guys, now I'm gonna use that same latte color and I'm gonna paint the bottom so it could represent like his feet or something. And with the same embossing tool that I used earlier, I know it's not for painting, but I love it for little details. Like I told you guys before, I'm gonna paint his little eyes and his little nose in black. And I'm gonna give him some pink cheeks just for detail. And for his mouth, I actually did it in red. I know he's not a girl, but I just did it in red for some reason. And for his eyes, I'm gonna add 2 little white dots. And I had this acrylic glitter, and I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter to the angel's wings. And I wanted my little angel to float inside of my ornament. So with some string, I'm gonna hot glue it to the back of my little angel, and I'm gonna make sure that I glue all the way to the top. That way the string doesn't come off, and as you can see, he hangs just like this. And now we are ready to put the 2 strands of string through our ornament. And the little top part of the ornament, it has 2 little holes, and that is where I'm gonna insert my 2 strings. Once they're in successfully, I'm gonna just tie a knot at the top, just depending on how low or how high I want my little angel to be. I'm gonna be using glitter for this DIY. If you've seen my last video, you will see that I also used glitter on that project. Well, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just pour a little bit inside of the ornament, and I just wanna make sure I have enough, that way it covers the bottom just like this. And you can use this as a snow globe or as an ornament. And what I'm gonna do is I removed the string it came with because I didn't like that glittery string and I just didn't like it. So I added some twine, and you are ready to hang on your tree. And I love how he's just flying and just floating in my ornament. Our third DIY is inspired by the Nativity scene. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. And I found this $5 box at Dollar Tree, and I had this idea immediately once I saw it. I printed this nativity scene on my printer, and it's not that clear, but that's okay. I can see the shape, and I'm gonna remove the place where a picture would go. And I actually thought this part was glass, but it's actually plastic. And what I'm gonna do first is I want to make sure it's nice and clean as possible. And since I did think this was glass, I actually had this glass paint marker, and I wanted to see how it would go on the plastic. And I don't know if it's because it is plastic, but it went on just fine. But I am gonna have to go over this once I shade it all in. I actually did go over all of this with paint to give it a better coverage, because I just didn't feel that it was covered completely. Like I could see through it a little bit. It wasn't solid black. And here you can actually see what I was talking about. The black, you can see through it. So I really want it defined. So I'm gonna give it a second coat in acrylic black multi-surface paint. I'm gonna set that aside to dry, and with some water and some brown, I'm gonna dilute it in some water like I did earlier just to get like a stain for my wood. And like I've told you guys before, I've done this method before on my other DIYs and I just love it. It's just so easy to do. And I decided to do the background of my box in this English navy, and I'm just going to give it one coat. One coat's going to be plenty, and I just really love this blue. It looks like a sky. And with that same embossing tool that I've been using in my prior projects, I'm just going to do little white dots all over, and these are just going to represent stars. And then with a much thinner brush, we're just going to do some little stars all over. And of course, like I always tell you guys, to seal your work, I'm using Clear Gloss Varnish for this project, but you can use any sealer you like. I just like this one for smaller projects, or spray paint sealer, whatever works for you. And I really liked the finish this sealer gave it because it just makes it look more glossy and just nicer overall. And now I'm just going to attach my plastic back into my box, and this is what it looks like. I love it. And actually, you can also add some little twinkle lights. I purchased these at 99 cents only. It came in a pack of like 4 or 6, I don't remember. And I don't want these lights permanently on there, so I know it looks kind of weird with tape. I know it looks a little tacky, but you're not going to be able to see this part. And I don't want to hot glue it because I don't want to ruin my box. And I might want to use this box as a little jewelry box or something later. I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm going to add some twinkle lights. And I really loved how this gives it a different look. And this is what the box looks like without the twinkle lights, but you can use it however you'd like. It could be just a nice display. You guys, please let me know in the comments below which DIY was your favorite. I think my favorite was the Nativity shadow box. And please let me know if you will be making one of these and tag me on Instagram. And also make sure to check out the playlist of this collab and challenge, the reason for the season. Let's not forget that our Jesus Christ is the reason for celebrating Christmas. Special thanks to LaParsha for putting together this awesome challenge. If you enjoyed this DIY, please like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bell to be notified on my next DIY. If you'd like to support my crafts and latest projects, please find me at Buy Me a Coffee in the description below. And of course, don't forget to spread love, kindness, and stay crafty.